America first. Can it save the United States? Did you know that while the world focuses on the Russia-Ukraine war, China has quietly risen to become the most significant challenger to America's global dominance? This is not just a geopolitical shift. It is a calculated and unprecedented transformation that directly threatens the United States' position as the leading superpower. While Russia falters under economic sanctions, and the US, along with its Western allies, diverts resources to aid Ukraine, China has seized this golden opportunity. It has expanded its economic, military, and technological capabilities, bringing itself closer to achieving its ultimate goal: replacing the United States as the world's most dominant power. But here lies the pivotal question: can Donald Trump's America First strategy, if revived in a second term, effectively counter China's meteoric rise? Or does America need a bold new approach to protect its leadership on the global stage? To answer this, we must examine the scope of China's advancements and the ambitious strategy Trump may employ. Over the past few decades, China has evolved from a developing nation into a global powerhouse. This transformation is not just an economic miracle. It represents a comprehensive shift in military and technological might, positioning China as America's primary competitor. Economically, China is now the world's second largest economy and the factory of the world, producing everything from consumer goods to high-tech devices. Its dominance in global supply chains provides it with immense influence, allowing it to dictate terms in trade and industry. Militarily, China's progress is staggering. The People's Liberation Army Navy plan has developed a shipbuilding capacity 230 times greater than that of the United States, a figure confirmed by the US-Chinese shipyards can produce over 23 million tons of naval vessels annually, compared to less than 100,000 tons in the US. This enormous capacity enables China to build, maintain, and repair ships at a pace the US cannot match, ensuring it can sustain prolonged maritime operations. This shipbuilding dominance is not just about quantity. Increasingly, China's naval vessels rival the United States in technological sophistication, equipped with cutting-edge radar systems, advanced missile launchers, and stealth technologies. The implications are profound. While the US struggles with maintenance backlogs and delayed shipbuilding projects, China rapidly expands its navy, consolidating its influence in regions like the South China Sea. China's rise is further amplified by its strategic response to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. By maintaining neutrality, China has positioned itself as the war's greatest beneficiary. Russia, crippled by Western sanctions, has become dependent on Beijing, offering discounted oil to sustain its economy. Meanwhile, the US and its allies, preoccupied with aiding Ukraine, have unintentionally allowed China to deepen its influence across Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, regions traditionally considered within America's sphere of influence. This geopolitical opportunism, combined with its massive economic and military strides, underscores the gravity of China's challenge to the United States. If no decisive action is taken, China is poised to surpass the US in both economic and military power in the near future. This stark reality explains why, in the second term, Donald Trump's top foreign policy priority will be ending the Ukraine conflict swiftly, to refocus on the escalating challenge from China. So how will Trump confront a rising China? Even before President-elect Donald Trump resumed leadership on January 2025, China has already made its move on the global stage, solidifying ties with the BRICS nations in a way that could redefine international power structures. At the recent BRICS summit, held in October 2024, China played a pivotal role in advancing cooperation among emerging economies, further challenging the US-led global order. During the summit, Chinese President Xi Jinping unveiled a bold vision for deeper BRICS integration. This included initiatives such as establishing a global alliance on artificial intelligence, enhancing trade and customs collaboration, and fostering financial independence from Western systems through mechanisms like non-dollar trade. The expansion of BRICS to include nations such as Egypt, Iran, Ethiopia, and the UAE further underscores the bloc's growing influence, representing nearly half of the world's population and over 30% of global GDP. China's leadership within BRICS is not merely symbolic. By promoting projects like the BRICS New Development Bank, and spearheading innovative frameworks for green energy and industrial cooperation. Beijing has cemented its role as the driving force of the global South. This proactive diplomacy directly counters the United States' influence, aiming to establish a multipolar world order where Western dominance is diluted. These strategic moves demonstrate China's intention to reshape global governance, positioning BRICS as a key player in geopolitical and economic arenas. For the United States, this intensifies the urgency of crafting a coherent strategy to address China's expanding global influence. Trump's strategy, America First. During his first term, Donald Trump introduced the America First policy, a doctrine centered on prioritizing America's national interests above all else. This strategy was bold, unapologetic, and laser-focused on protecting the U.S. economy and workforce. But China's meteoric rise poses challenges that even Trump's aggressive policies struggled to contain. One of Trump's most significant moves under the America First banner was the imposition of tariffs on Chinese goods. By levying a 25% tariff on billions of dollars worth of imports, Trump sought to curb China's unfair trade practices, reduce the trade deficit, and protect American industries. While the strategy did send a strong message, it was not without consequences. The trade war disrupted supply chains and drove up prices, sparking criticism from some quarters. Yet Trump's intention was clear: America would defend its economic interests, no matter the cost. However, trade was only part of the equation. Trump also faced rising military tensions in the South China Sea. As China expanded its presence in the region, militarizing artificial islands and asserting aggressive territorial claims, Trump ramped up U.S. opposition. Taiwan, considered a breakaway province by Beijing, became a flashpoint, with Trump committing to its defense against potential aggression. These moves highlighted the high stakes involved. How can the U.S. protect its strategic interests without risking outright conflict with China? The scale of China's rise presents an unprecedented challenge for Trump, or any American leader. Its naval capabilities alone have grown exponentially, leaving the U.S. struggling to maintain dominance in the Pacific. To counter this, the United States must strengthen alliances, particularly with Japan, South Korea, and other regional partners. But this is easier said than done. Trump's past criticisms of NATO and demands for greater defense contributions from allies have at times strained these relationships. Rebuilding trust and cooperation will be essential for any long-term strategy to succeed. The task ahead is a delicate balancing act. The United States must assert its dominance while maintaining international stability. Can Trump's America First policy adapt to these global complexities? Can the U.S. build the alliances necessary to meet the challenge of China while preserving its leadership role on the world stage? The future of global power. In his first term, Trump took pride in avoiding new wars. But as China grows ever stronger, the stakes have risen. This is no longer just a matter of trade disputes or military posturing. It is a full-scale competition for global supremacy. Every decision made in Washington will reverberate around the world, potentially reshaping the international order. So, what comes next? Can Trump's policies secure America's position as the leading global power? Or will they falter under the weight of unprecedented challenges? The answers to these questions will determine not only the future of the United States, but the future of the world itself. Thank you for watching and joining us in this critical exploration. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, share, and comment with your thoughts below. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the strategies and global power dynamics shaping our era. The stakes have never been higher. The story is far from over.